So instead of talking about either approaches to art or really talking about anything in forms of creating, I think it's important to talk about frustrations or demotivations in art. I think a lot of people come across this in many ways, and it can also deter you from pursuing art if you really wanted to in the first place, but you got stuck with thinking, oh, this art sucks. I'm not a good artist, fuck this, I'm not going to follow it, I'm not going to pursue it, I'm not going to train or anything. And it happened to me during the past few weeks. I was really struggling on videos because I was struggling with art, the art side of it. I was thinking, okay, if I'm doing a review of this show, what do I draw? Do I draw stuff that's incorporated to my review? Do I just draw the characters from the show? I was really stuck with these ideas, and it just kind of demotivated me to the point where I just didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to do any more art, didn't want to do any more sketches, because I just didn't have any ideas. All the ideas I had was kind of conflicting with each other, and it was just kind of overlapping the other. Like, I would draw one thing and then say, no, that's a terrible idea, and then quickly abandon it for another, and I would never really be satisfied. Now, of course, you should always see your vision through, but at the same time, it is always hard to kind of stick with something, and then you just don't really feel like the payoff or the direction is there. So I'm drawing this collage of kind of a stylized version of myself with characters I like from video games or shows or what have you. On the side of me, but the direction was kind of there. I had an idea, but I just did not have a clear idea of the poses. Like, I had myself walking towards the camera, I had characters standing in place, I had two characters moving. It was just, the poses were not well directed, and as I'm drawing this, I was just kind of thinking to myself, this doesn't really work. I think the idea is nice. I think some of the line work is nice in terms of rough outlines, but it wasn't really speaking. And I was trying to go back in, trying to add some general details to see, well, if I draw this character like this, if I go back into it, I mean, what chance does this have to really being something? And it just didn't pan out. So I decided to make a new layer. Delete the previous layer and just start over with a different idea. And this idea, I was thinking, okay, I'm going to just draw another stylized version of myself with two other original characters that I was kind of playing with in my mind. One is kind of inspired by Roxy Rocket from the Batman and Superman animated series, and the character in the far back with the sunglasses is just a character I just drew one day, and I kind of like the design, which was also kind of inspired by Let It Die, I guess. So I kind of stuck with this, and I actually feel better with this sketch. I actually like this one a lot more. It kind of put me in a better mood. So it kind of shows you that when you're demotivated or you're just kind of feeling bummed out with a current sketch, always just try other sketches, and also slow down sometimes. With this one, I slowed myself down. I said, okay, well, the other one I tried for a big ambitious sketch, but what if I simplify it, make it only 3 characters, only make it from their shoulders up in terms of their portrait, and I just kind of stylize it to the point where it's going kind of, down as you see in the image. And that's kind of the idea I had, and it kind of stuck. I really started to like what I was drawing. I even deleted the previous layer because this one was just such a better sketch altogether, because I just slowed myself down a little bit. I mean, I've said before that you want to go in fast, you want to go in quick, but that's only ideal for getting line work done and getting the sketch done. But if you're thinking of a sketch, if you're thinking of something to draw, always slow down. Always, maybe have a quick idea immediately, see what happens, and then if you don't like it, then just see what you did wrong. previous layer, I was going way too fast, I was thinking of too many things, and it just didn't really have a focus. Here, I stripped away some of the ideas I had and said, okay, I'm going to simplify it a little bit more, and I ended up with a sketch that had a better direction than the previous. I tried to, as I was working with this, with the line art, I decided to think about what the characters are wearing. I was like, okay, well, how about I try to incorporate the design of the previous character, like the one with the sunglasses. She had a collar, she had a collared shirt, and she also had a neck collar. Alright, the next character has kind of like an aviator goggles and hat. She had long black hair in the back. I gave her a popped collar, and I still gave her the neck collar from the previous character, so I tried to incorporate something from the character before her. I decided to give her the flight goggles. I always think they're kind of cool to see on characters. I always liked the aviator goggles. I always thought that they had really nice design. I like the side straps. You know, I might want to go back in and kind of revise the side straps, but I'm digging the character design of her. Lastly, my stylized portrait, I decided to incorporate the aviator's kind of like puffy, popped up collar and the folded dress collar as well. So that's why you see the folded collar on the inside, and the outside has the puffy, popped up collar type of design. I don't really feel like giving my character any glasses or headgear. I think he's just fine, just with nothing on. I might go back in and give him facial hair, maybe, but I kind of like that little like spiky sideburns. And now I'm just kind of playing around with hiding the previous layer, and I'm kind of going back and giving him some detail. So that's my advice. If you're really wondering how to fight demotivation or being deterred from ideas, or if you're stuck in ideas, hopefully this helped you in the long run. Thank you for watching. See you next time.